Nigeria, what's going on? Mali, what's going on? Burkina Faso, where you at? Hey, Muraho, Rwanda. Yes. My name is Festus Ezeli, but I'll do like Sinead did. When I grew up in Nigeria, my name was Ifeanyi Chukwu Festus Ezeli. I was in Nigeria till I was a teenager. You know, he just told you a title. There are a lot of people, this is how they introduced me. NBA champion. NBA champion. You know, a lot of people don't understand. You know, when you win a championship, do you know what you do later that night? After you party. After you party, you go lay by yourself. Because when you win a championship, when you do something great, there's everybody around you. The whole world is watching you. But at some point, you have time to sit by yourself. And I was sitting there and I was wondering, how did I get here? I'll tell you a little of my story so you understand why I asked that question. I was born in Nigeria. I went to the United States at age 15. When I moved to the United States, I've never touched a basketball. But as you can see, I'm tall. I'm a giant of Africa, right? The first time I touched a basketball, I was so bad. Okay, let me tell you how bad I was, okay? So the first day, I'm a tall, black kid. So I walk into the gym. So they have an expectation that I'm going to be good at basketball. So I walk into the gym, and they give me a basketball the first time. I didn't know how to dribble. I didn't know how to shoot. They told me, show us what you have. And I took the ball, and I just threw it at the backboard. Boom! They started laughing at me. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. My first basket I ever scored was against my own team. He even covered his face in embarrassment. I say this because this is where I started. When I scored my first basket, I didn't know the rules of the game. I didn't know that at halftime you switch sides of the court. That's embarrassing, right? And at this point, my dreams seemed like they were too far. Matter of fact, shortly after this, I got released from the team. They cut me. They said I wasn't good enough. All right, this is lesson number one. I'm going to test you guys at the end, okay? Lesson number one, you have to believe in yourself. What is lesson number one? Thank you. Believe in yourself. Because we spent so much time telling you guys to dream big. Dream big. What does that mean? Because I'm sure everybody here has a dream, a big goal. You want to be an NBA player. You want to be a politician. You want to be a doctor. You want to be the next Robin Roberts. I want to play basketball, he said. Okay. Okay, so the reason why I say this is because along the way, there is going to be a challenge. You're going to have some point where you start to doubt, am I really who I say I am? At some point, you're going to score a basket against your own team. Maybe not literally. You're going to do something that's embarrassing. You're going to do something that's going to make you doubt if that's really your journey. And I'm here as an example to tell you guys that if you keep fighting, if you keep working on your dream, if you keep taking it one step at a time, eventually you'll get there. Okay, I only have a little bit of time. I want to tell you the whole story, but I don't have enough time to tell you how everything shaped up. So instead, I'll tell you a couple things that have happened to me along the way. I remember having sleepless nights. I thought basketball was done. I thought I was released from the team. I said, I'm not good, so the dream is over. But I remember having nights where I couldn't sleep because I don't understand, why does somebody else tell me who I am and who I'm not? They told me I wasn't good enough to play, but why are they the person to tell me if I can play or if I can't play? And I couldn't sleep at night. Something about that just it wasn't sitting right with me. And I would wake up in the middle of the night, and I had this goal in my mind. I said, okay, I'm slow, I can't dribble, I can't shoot. I need to know which basket is my own first. So I had to start somewhere. So I wake up in the middle of the night when nobody's around. Nobody's around me at this point. And I wanted to run a mile. I don't know why this was the goal for me. I wanted to run 1 mile. But I was very out of shape. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night by myself, and I'd go run. And at first I could only run 1 block. And then I would walk the rest, and I would run 1 block. Then I would run 2 the next day. And then I noticed, I was like, man, I'm getting tired, but the next day I could run 3. And I remember when I could finally run 1 mile. I ran, and this is by myself, in the middle of the night. I ran 1 mile, I got home, I laid on the floor, I was like, oh my God, I can do this. I can do this for me, not because anybody is here, not because they're watching me or because they're expecting something, because I can do this. So I got scholarships to go to college. I went to Vanderbilt University. And about 3-4 years in, I became team captain, NBA prospect. But I want to tell you an even better story. When I got to the Golden State Warriors, all I know is to work hard, right? First day of practice at 11 a.m. I was drafted first round to the Golden State Warriors. This is amazing, it's incredible. First day of practice at 11 a.m. I said, I'm going to get to the practice at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. I'll get there before anybody else gets there. And I can work hard, and then I'll shower, act like everybody just got here, and then by 10 o'clock when people start showing up, I'll be the first person there. I get to the gym, and this is, everybody, do you know who the Golden State Warriors are? Do you know the Warriors? Well, before this was the worst team in the NBA at this point. I get there the first day of practice. I thought I was going to be the first one. I hear the ball bouncing in the gym. Who do you think that was? Steph Curry. At this point, Steph had gone through so many injuries, he was going to be out of the NBA. The first time meeting Steph, in the course of this conversation, Steph said to me, I want to be great. We talk about dreaming big, right? I want to be great, is what he said. Every day in practice, every day, I saw him do it every day. What you guys see right now, you see him shoot the ball and walk away before the ball goes in. I saw him do this every day in practice, dribbling the ball, learning how to dribble, shooting every day, thousands of shots. So all the things that we celebrate now, talk about him as the greatest shooter of all time. Talk about him as a 4-time NBA champion. All these things were dreams for us. We didn't know that we could do this. We just showed up every day. And I say this for everybody, because you are going to have a challenge along the way. You're going to have people doubt you. You're going to leave here, you're going to be energized. I can do anything. And then you get home and somebody will slap you. Life will slap you and say, no, you really think you can do this? What's rule number 1? No, I didn't hear it properly. What is rule number 1? That's the only rule. And I think if you continue to believe in yourself and keep walking down this journey, we will be here celebrating you as an NBA champion, as a champion in whatever field that you're celebrating. And at the end, when you're done, you come back to give to the next generation. You come back to do something, to lift somebody else up. Shout out to Masai Ujiri for putting this beautiful event together. Thank you, Giants of Africa. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for uplifting Africa. But you are the future of the world. You guys are the next generation. You're the future NBA champions. You're the future presidents. You're the future doctors. You're the ones that are going to do something. So use your voice. What's rule number 1? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you.